So here you go. Here's some different items that I wanted to show you and kind of make my point. So here is $600, right? And here is a 14 karat gold bracelet. Now this, at the time of this recording, this is also worth about $600 in pure gold weight. This ring is a 10 karat, this is an antique bloodstone men's ring that the type of stone it's on is called a bloodstone. Basically, if you look at it, or I will try to zoom in for you, it has red dots throughout it's a green stone with red dots, and that red dots kind of makes the bloodstone. So, and we have some silver bullion here, or American silver eagles. So these are different ways of, these are all different forms of money, if you will. Cash money, gold, but also gold jewelry, and essentially silver bullion. So I'm going to explain the difference and why I like primarily, really like investing in gold jewelry is a good median. Doesn't mean I don't have all my investments in it, but I like at least 30-40% of my money that I save in gold jewelry specifically, and I'll show you why. So this is $600. Let's say you have $600 and you want to invest it. It's in your savings account. It's not doing anything. As you know, cash or the US dollar is basically a fiat currency. So meaning that it isn't backed by anything. It's just backed by promises by the government. And it used to be backed by gold, but that doesn't do it anymore. So let's say you can turn this $600 into this gold bracelet. Now this, like I said, this gold bracelet, when I weighed it out, it's right about, its melt value in 14 karat is about $600. So pure melt value, this is worth the same as this cash. But there's a caveat here. This bracelet is actually worth more than $600 if you can sell it as jewelry. So it's both, this bracelet is both gold and jewelry, where these bullion or coins are really just silver. I mean, they have a little bit of a premium, but you kind of get the point, is that gold bullion or gold American silver eagles or just silver rounds, they're really just worth what they are, what the silver's worth, unless you're getting into some crazy numismatics and stuff, but that's for a different video. But basically, silver rounds are really just worth pure silver, but jewelry has an additional value to it. And let me explain. So let's say you went to, look online, go to Jared or go to K Jeweler, or look at any jewelry shop that you walk into in the mall or whatever have you, and they're going to be selling jewelry, gold jewelry, anywhere from likely a 200 to 400% markup on the weight. So if something's worth, let's say this is worth $600 in weight, somewhere like Jared or K Jeweler, they're going to be selling this for $1,200, $1,800 for this same exact bracelet, right? So because it's pre-owned, realistically, I could resell this to an end user, meaning someone that's going to wear it, or because it's in good shape. It doesn't have to be in the best shape, but it's in wearable condition, for about 1.5 times its gold weight. So do some quick math. So if this is worth $600 in pure melt, I could sell this for about $900. 600 plus 50%, which is 300, is $900. So I could sell this bracelet, which is worth $600 in melt, for $900, give or take. Might be able to get a little more, might be able to get a little less, but the point is, I'm going to be able to sell this because it's jewelry. It's not just bullion. It's something, it has an additional value. Jewelry like this and this has not just its gold weight value, but its jewelry value, okay? Now, so you're basically protected on two different levels. So that's what I'm getting at. Cash is cash, okay? Bullion is bullion. But jewelry is two different things at the same time, especially gold jewelry. It's gold and it's jewelry. So if you went into a pawn shop or something, they're just going to pay you for what it weighs, like what I talked about, that melt value, right, or close to it. But if you sell it to somebody that likes jewelry, which a lot of people, most people, most people in America like jewelry at some point. You know, they wear it, they buy. That's why all these jewelry stores, you can sell it to people that want to wear it also as jewelry. Now, the key is, and this is like the key to this whole thing, is how do you take this $600 and buy a $600 bracelet with it? It's how do you take the $600 and buy $600 worth of jewelry? Because to make the money, to save the money, to invest, to you know, to get a big return on your investment, ideally you want to take $600 and buy $600 worth of gold jewelry. You know, you don't want to pay that premium, right? That you would have to pay at the K jeweler. We don't want to buy from them. We don't want to buy from the jewelry stores. We want to be able to get exact for exact. So if we have $600 in cash, we want to be able to get $600 in gold. Now, I'm going to touch briefly on how I do that and how you could do it as well. And I'll go into other videos more in depth on it, but I just wanted to show you kind of a brief overview of how my mind thinks about money and jewelry. And jewelry, I like jewelry. I'm big into jewelry collecting and stuff like that, but I think this is important. So what I do is I go to places like flea markets, flea markets, thrift stores, and once you kind of start asking people if they have jewelry for sale or gold jewelry for sale, or even on Craigslist. Craigslist is a great way to find decent stuff, and I'll go into that in depth later. But you really, because you have to be careful about certain things. Once you know about gold and jewelry and learn how to test it and learn how to know what's real, then you'll really start doing well. But basically, let's say somebody, I'll go to the flea market and somebody will have this for sale. Like this will be for sale at the flea market. And I'll ask somebody, hey, how much does this bracelet cost? And they'll say a price or whatever, and then I'll take my scale and I'll weigh it. And most of the time at places like the flea market, or places that are not really, people that are not into jewelry that much or not into jewelry investing, somebody that may have just inherited a couple pieces of jewelry from their family member or something like that, they don't really, they're not really into what I'm teaching you. They're just kind of like someone that just has a piece and they're looking to get rid of it. So let's say I weigh this out and it weighs out to, 22, 23 grams or something like that, 25 grams, and it's worth around $600. So I'll say, okay, it's worth $600 in jewelry. You do the math. You can have an app on your phone. It's worth $600 in gold. I'll pay you $600. And they're like, okay, sure. And you give them $600. And then now you bought this at spot price. That's the key. You want to buy all your gold jewelry at spot price or below. So you just bought this at spot price, and you just had a great windfall because, like I said, now really you have this bracelet that's really worth $900 that you just only bought for $600. And it's the same thing that the pawn shop will do. The reason why you can offer 100% spot value, exactly what it owns. If you take it to this pawn shop, they're going to pay you like maybe 90% or 85% of its value, where if you offer 100% of its gold value, that's a lot better for the person that's selling it. Now, how do you get, I keep saying, okay, this is really worth $900 when I just paid $600 for it. So let's say you wanted to sell this piece of jewelry, and you wanted to get your full, $900 out of it, or usually for stuff like this, it's like 1.5 times its weight. For stuff like this, like antique pieces like this, a lot of times it's going market value is about 2 times its value, and I can get into more about that. So I paid, I think I paid about $140 for this ring. It's an old ring. It's about what the gold weight was on it, and its market value on the used market value is about $300 for this ring. So I almost doubled my money. I didn't lose because I bought it for pretty much what gold weighs or gold cost, but I also could sell it to the jewelry market for $300. So do you see what I'm saying? I paid close to spot price for this ring, but I could really sell it for double. But this is all savings. This isn't really, you could do this to hustle and make extra money, but I do this, like I said, as an investment, as a savings vehicle, because gold is gold. It's not fiat currency. So going back, how would you sell this stuff? So you would sell it by, one way is eBay. You could list it on eBay. Now, granted, you're not going to necessarily sell it today or in one day, but it could be sold realistically within a week or two. You know, you put it on buy it now or best offer, or it's an auction with the reserve. Best way to get the most money is, and I'll go into that maybe in a different video, is a buy it now with the best offer. And realistically, within 2 weeks to 30 days, you'll get your money out of these, of that, that percentage, that higher market value to jewelry sellers. You might say, oh, it's only worth, $600 of gold. Why would anybody pay that? Because what I said in the beginning of the video, if you went to Jared, K Jewelers, whatever, and you wanted to buy this, you're going to pay 2 to 4 times, 2 to 3, 4 times the amount of gold weight. And there's people, look at all those stores that are in business. They're in business because people buy from them. So if you went and you wanted to buy this bracelet from me, wouldn't you rather pay, $900 from me, or would you rather pay $1,200 or $1,800 at K Jewelers or Jared? That's how much they overprice this stuff. That's the point, is that if you're selling it to jewelry buyers, they will pay the premium, and they know everybody's winning. It's a win-win. So that's the point of that. You could eBay, Craigslist. You could sell on Craigslist. That's if you had to unload it. And then if you wanted to unload it for the gold weight, that's super easy, which I don't recommend. That's the whole point of investing in jewelry, is that you get that premium. You want to buy it spot, and then if you ever want to sell it, you want to sell it for its jewelry premium. So, all right, guys. Well, that was just a quick video. I just wanted to kind of go over my thoughts on how I invest some of my money in jewelry. So in about my jewelry collecting and how my brain thinks. And but I'll bring you some other videos. I'm really into jewelry. If you guys have any questions or comments, please, I'd love to hear from you guys. And if you have any questions on want me to explain other things in more detail. But I look forward to doing this channel and just sharing everybody my knowledge and enjoying jewelry. So thank you guys. Have a great day.